Zas here for another cube draft. People have mentioned that they have a hard time hearing me, so I've trying to put the microphone a little bit closer to me. I'm using XSplit, so well, if anyone knows a better way to do this, I'd definitely be happy to hear it in the comments. I've got it set to 200% here in the settings. In any case, the last deck we did was a little bit of a disappointment. I thought it looked really good on paper. We had Rofellos, we had Terastodon, we had Natural Order, Tooth and Nail, really all the big cards, and we just lost pretty handily to other green decks. And red, yeah, just basically lost. So let's see if we can do better. Now, one archetype I've not trade playing yet is mono red. It can be very fun to play. I will say I've been avoiding black as I don't know, I find it maybe a little bit on the clunky side. And but I've really enjoyed white aggro. I'm a big fan of green. Let's see what we have. Well, we so we have a Gilded Lotus. We also have Natural Order, which was our first pick last time, and we went 1 and 2. But Natural Order is really that good. Gilded Lotus is also really good, no doubt about it. I kind of want to take Natural Order again. But let's see, what else is there? I think those are really the only two choices. Yep. So I can go Gilded Lotus, in which case, you're probably playing, big mana stuff. It's good in control. You know what? I'm going to live the dream. Natural Order is really just that good. And let's see if we can do better. Well, here's an Elvish Mystic, which is a perfect thing to use with Natural Order. If we had taken the Gilded Lotus at this point, I might take I don't know what I'd take, actually. Maybe Steam Vents or maybe Obnixilis. But let's take this and let's see how we can do. Well, here's a Dragon Lord Atarka that does work with Natural Order. There's also Garuka Relentless, who's okay. He is removal of some kind in green, but I think this is kind of a bigger target. Let's take this. Okay, well, there's Avenger of Zendikar. It's also a great green target, and also a sign that we're in the right colors again. I'm a big fan in the White Weenie deck of Precinct Captain. I really like how this gets in quickly, and Wind Biscrites is great. If we can wheel the Lightning Greaves, I'm personally a big fan of that card, so I'd be happy to take it. You might be hearing a little baby in the background, and that's me. Okay, now this is a card. If you can get in a previous version of the cube, I did this a couple times. There's a fun variant of green where you play Lightning Greaves and Serac, and then you play a lot of the green 4/5 drops, and you just hit them really hard. It's a fun archetype. It's not necessarily the strongest, but it's fun. So I'm gonna go for this, and if we can wheel the Greaves, that'd be a lot of fun. There's also Shieldred. We had some good black cards. Shieldred, him. So let's take our Serac here, and okay, well we're being rewarded with very good green cards. There's Mother of Runes, one of my favorite white cards. Whisperwood Elemental is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And Deranged Hermit can be great. If we get that opposition thing going, it's very good. If we get Craterhoof, it's very good. So far we're looking great. So Thrun is generally considered more underpowered in this cube. However, if we can go for the lots of elves and lots of 4 and 5 drops, kind of Serac deck, then Thrun can actually do pretty well. I'd rather have Pelucranos here, and in this version of the deck, swords are and equipment is fantastic, and you're doing more of that than this kind of big stuff. But it's fun to kind of hedge your bets a little bit, and I do like that sort of mid-range green. It sort of plays comparably to, I think, the mid-range white deck where you're playing like angels, and stuff like that. Except that you're playing your mid-range green stuff a turn early or two. Okay, here, I guess maybe Abrupt Decay. I found splashing black can be really rewarding. Okay, and yeah, there weren't a whole lot of other green cards. Generally, the green cards we're taking were the only ones in the pack. So maybe I don't know, what does this do? Each non-land permanent. Okay, I guess I'll set that. Alright. Okay, I'm very happy we got the greens. I thought we might. So in this version of the deck, you're going more for, Gearhulk, Whisperwood, Pelucranos, lots of the 1-drop mana elves, as opposed to the Kudamas Reach type things, because what you want to be doing is playing like turn 2 Greaves, turn 3 Thrun, turn 4 Whisperwood, that kind of thing, and swing. Wolfear Silverheart's fantastic in this version of the deck. Mana Gorder Hydra is also really good. Yeah, I'll happily take this. So yeah, I'm not expecting this to be, necessarily a 3-0 deck, but it's a deck I enjoy playing, and it's fun. And that's what Cube is all about. At least that's what us losers with 2 trophies tell ourselves is that's what Cube is all about. Okay. Pretty good start. 10 very nice cards. Look at that. So Ugin is just the best card, I think. For this deck, Master can be pretty good, but Master, it's not quite it's more of a control card and less of an aggro card. There's also this Nissa. Yeah, Ugin is just so good. I think I'm actually going to take Ugin here. These are both okay. They're not my absolute favorite, of the Nissas or of the 4-drops. And Ugin is just, it's one of those like late game, you draw it off the top and then you just win cards. So I will take that. Ooh, and there is a Rofellos. I've said it before, I think this is the second best card in the draft, the first one being Coalition Relic. That's a really great pickup. Now, interesting, here's Dragon Lord Dramoka, who works very well with what we're trying to do here. I'm a big fan. He hits hard. However, Oracle, I've started really respecting the power of this card. Just the amount of ramp it provides, and card advantage as well. And often Dragon Lord wheels. So I'm going to take the Oracle here. Birds of Paradise is just about perfect. Just about perfect. Maybe we can wheel this thing, with the Dramoka or whatever, but yeah, the Birds does everything we want. I have high hopes and high excitement level for this deck. I'm at like a 8 out of 10 on this deck so far. This is fun. This is what I want to do. So again, it's the archetype is you have Greaves and Serac, and the idea is that you're playing hasty mid-range green beatdown creatures that hit really hard. Okay, we'll do a Wicker Bow Elder. Not, massively powerful here. Aha, now here's a good example. Cultivate versus Sylvala. In this version, actually, we're hoping that we're going to have pretty big creatures, or at least be the first to play, you know, 4-drop or something like that. So Sylvala will be very good. And now here, interesting choice. I'm a big fan of this Garrick here. What does this Domri do? There's also this Nissa. That's not bad, actually. +1/+1 counters on creatures you control. Versus fight creatures. Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll be getting red very regularly. And yeah, I plan to be playing lots of creatures, so the +1/+1 tokens should be nice. I'm going to go for that instead of our Big Daddy Garruk. Okay, Rex Sage versus Taiga. The Taiga is just too good here. I do like the Rex Sage. We have the Wickerbow Elder, though, for similar ability. You know, is this a Panharmonic on deck? We've got Atarka, Avenger, Hermit. Huh, maybe. But we're going to take Taiga. Okay, so we had this had the Nissa and it had some other thing. We'll take the Nissa. And man, I must have missed this. This is a very good card, and I would have at least discussed it. Very happy to see Dromoka here. And perfect. We get the Thicket as well. Absolutely happy with both these Dragon Lords, and we might even splash this out post siege. Okay, maybe we won't play Cultivate. This is a great deck. If we could be done at 2, we'd play kind of this and this or something, and I think we'd have a very competitive deck for a 2-pack card. Sorry, a 2-pack deck. This would be very, very strong, I think. We're already kind of close to what we want, so we're just looking for upgrades here. So Kitchen Finks, you know, here honestly, what I'm looking the most for would be like swords and equipment, to really give kind of lasting power to our mid-range stuff. I don't think I've seen any swords, but maybe we shall see some. Obstinate Baloth is really on the low end. I think Kitchen Finks is better than the Obstinate Baloth, honestly. There's also Sylvan Advocate with 6 or more lands. Meh. Let's just take the Finks. I think that's better. Okay. Interesting choice here. There's a Sword of Fire and Ice and a Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan is super, super powerful card that we would certainly play. The Sword of Fire and Ice is maybe the second best sword. I think, though, that Primeval is so good, and it's got interaction with, like, Avenger of Zendikar, and it ramps us, that we're going to take the Primeval Titan here. And if I get the sword, I'd be happy, but I don't expect it. Here we're going to take Cradle, an absolutely fantastic card. And this is probably one of the worst elves for us, but it's still an elf. So we'll take it. This could be our deck right here, honestly. Oh yeah, Hornet Queen. Even all I need now is Crater Hoof. So now I'll be cutting something. Maybe Finks I'm cutting. And Terastodon. Okay, we will take Terastodon. Maybe we play that over Atarka. Terastodon is really good. It's definitely the best thing to just order out on turn 3. It's sort of an insta-win. Bloom Tenders, I actually prefer Harmonize, I think. Yeah, he's a little on the meh. So, I mean, he does give you your turn 3 Surak, but he's we really did get that big, that top end. Maybe we don't play Ugin. And here's Wolfie, who's, for what I was talking about, the sort of mid-range stuff. It's very good. Let's take out Hornet Queen here. And Baloth can go to the sideboard against a red deck. Could be an argument to not play the Dramoka or the Atarka and just keep it green. Yeah, that'd be kind of a fun deck here. Okay, Oath of Nissa. We have our choice of stuff. We also have our choice of fatties. You know, against like creatures, we play this. We're not playing any of these, so I don't know. Just take that, I guess. And we don't play Fauna Shaman. Seems a bit weak. Could also not play Cultivate. Or even Wickerboro Elder. Alright, this is going to be a fun one to build here. It's my favorite part of the draft process is building your deck. You know, there's all this possibility. So I think rather than kind of, we've basically got two options, right? One is we go for really big threats and fatties. The other option is we go for the mid-range hasty stuff. So let me just do a hypothetical mid-range hasty stuff build and just see how that works out. So in this case, the showcasing cards is Lightning Greaves and Surrak. Where is my Surrak? So, you know, if we're doing this for like a prototype, and the idea is we want to attack, we ideally have one of these two and we're just hitting with like big hard mid-range creatures. So we want all of the 1-drop accelerants, so that would be birds, elves, mystic. Maybe we should have taken that Bloom Tender. What did we take over Bloom Tender? I don't remember, but maybe we should have taken that. Oath. I don't know if Oath is really doing the same thing there. So we're just okay. Yeah, obviously Raphaelos, and Selvala. Okay. So that's the acceleration. I think we do Oracle too, since Oracle's a kind of acceleration. And then, so we play Thrun, Hermit, Whisperwood, Wolfear, Primetime. Basically, the 4 to 6 drops is what we're really looking for, I think. Even like a Dramoka. And we could add Baloth. That just seems on the weekend, honestly. So I don't think it does enough. What do we have? We had the sword and one other thing. I don't remember what we had other than the sword. Was it Ugin? Be interesting to go back and see. So that's the sort of core, I'd say, of what the deck is trying to do. And we have another big path to victory, obviously, which is natural order into something big and scary. So there's also cards like, cultivate, even while not exactly what we're doing, is, helps with this stuff, especially if you cast it on turn 2 off of one of these. So I think we put that in. Now, if we do natural order, we add natural order, and then we add our big stuff. So there's Terastodon, Queen, Avenger. Yeah, it's pretty playable. So with that, we definitely want the cultivate, right? And then, so we have room for maybe 4 more cards. So there's Atarka, and Ugin at the high end that are interesting. Ugin's just so so good. I think we have to play Ugin here. I'm just gonna play Ugin as an audible, like it's just that good. 2, 3. And then we have room for maybe 3 more cards. I don't think we want to play 16 lands here. So I'm okay with not playing Atarka. We have enough stuff at 7 and 8. Atarka does work better with the hasty stuff. There's no question about that. I don't know. Maybe Atarka's good. It's also harder to cast. We have birds and Silvala, and then we have a Taiga. We actually do play this as well if we're playing Atarka and Raboka. And we have the Mana Confluence. Yeah, I guess we could play Atarka. So, so there's Atarka we're considering. There's this Nissa. I don't like her as much because she doesn't ramp like the other Nissa. So she's a little more on the kind of grindy end of things. Not the sort of hit your face plan quite as much. Although, I mean, she's a 5/5. She's a 5/5 haste for 5. So in that sense, she does play the game that we're trying to do. I think Sylvan is good enough. Especially if we've got Dramoka to recapture some of that life. But sometimes just those extra, you pay 8 life for those 2 cards and it's worth it. Guess we could also consider this Nissa Voice of Zendikar. It's really for the -2 ability. Sort of like an Ajani. There's Harmonize to draw. There's this I definitely prefer this. I think in the recurring nightmare type deck where you can use the graveyard here, we'll just be using it to find creatures. So it's not quite at its max power level. And there's Harmonize. This I'd rather side in. So in terms of big stuff, 1, 2, 3. We have 3. We have 4 high-end cards. That's a lot. I think this is enough. We don't also need a Tarka. I think we can side that in the appropriate matchup. But this is a little more resilient to removal. And this is just very strong with the destroy permanence and Ugin. Okay, so let's play. I think we need some more early drops, so I'm going to go for the lower casting cost stuff. Just the Nissa, just not really power level, but just by virtue that it's cheaper. And we have, you know, we don't want too many things in the high casting slots. So then I suppose one could make the argument for Finks for the same reason, but I find Finks a little less powerful than what we're trying to do. I'm fine siding this package in against an aggro deck. Watch it be not enough as usual, but and this gives us some like grindy value with the -3, you know, like if they get rid of our fatty or whatever. So I'm okay with this. So now we add Cradle, obviously. I think Confluence and the Thicket. So one question that could be asked is, isn't Atarka better than Dromoka? That's a fair question. I'm just going to go for Dromoka because it's cheaper. And they're both good and they're both playable. Okay. Engineered explosives. I can, in principle, do 1 for 5. Alright, let's try this. I like that. 1 planes. So in terms of white sources for Dromoka, what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 through Cultivate. I think that's acceptable. Alright, well this is going to be fun. So we're doing the sort of Surak mid-range big stuff plan. Now, there's part of me that wants to say Thrun is just not good enough, and wouldn't it be better to have a Atarka than a Thrun? It's true he's really on the low end of the power curve here. But I'm gonna stick to my guns here. You know, we've done a lot of the natural order decks here before, and we haven't gotten a chance to play the Surak Lightning Greaves combo. So let's group creatures separately and see what we're playing in terms of non-creatures. So 1 Ugin as just it's really good. 1 bro. Okay. All right, let's go for it. I'm looking forward to playing this deck. So if I'm taking my learned lessons from prior games, it's really play quickly. I've been losing games to time or losing games to just decisions under pressure because I'm low on time, and it's often because I'm frankly wasting time talking or, you know, on my time, and I just need to make better use of F6. And I have to balance that with not F6ing through my turn, which I did in my last draft, which is very frustrating to happen. So there's sort of a balance there. I think it comes down to kind of already having in your head the plan A of what I want to do, but also I need to kind of react like, what did they play and how does that change my life? Balancing sort of autopilot with time. Alright, well, I'm excited to play this. Great, this is exactly what we want. You know, we have an elf and then rampy stuff, so we will keep. And we'll start with a force in case, you know, we get a Ophelos. And we can lead off with a turn 2 Nissa, which would be nice. Dark Confidant, okay. Another option I could do instead of Nissa here is I could play my Elves of Deep Shadow, and that gives us 5 mana for a Wolfir, which is a little bit fragile against black. I have to say, it's pretty likely to have removal. So the other option is I turn 2 Nissa here. And then turn 3 Oracle. I think I like the Nissa and make my guys a little bigger. It's a little bit of a slower play, but it's a little bit less likely to be blown out. Oops, that was a mistake. Yep. Another bad autopilot move there. I should have just played that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I had a plan and didn't stop and think. Okay. What did he reveal? Do not attack. Interesting. Revealed Crux of Fate. That's the destroy. That's the Wrath, right? So that's 5 mana. 1, 2, 3. So there's definitely something to be said to play Oracle just right now. I'll just play Oracle. Okay, we can play this. And so now that I know Crux of Fate is coming, I'm a little so we don't. Do we just bump our creatures here? Or do we make a plan? Yeah, let's buff all our creatures. Okay with attacking with our Oracle here. If I attack with the Oracle, he takes it and then swings back. We do lose our Nissa. Show and tell. Okay, that's really scary. Alright, so I don't want to play too many more creatures since he's probably can just Crux here. And Sylvan's a really nice interaction with the Oracle. So why don't we attack with... I don't really want to play a Wolfie only to have it killed. So let's just attack. no more creatures since we know he's got Crux of Fate. We've seen Crux of Fate and Show and Tell. Okay. Suppose I'll just chomp. Okay. All right. Well, guess we can put Hornet Queen back. Oh, 2 cards drawn this turn. Well, let's see. If I Nissa, if I make a Wolfie just to buff him for 4, and pump Nissa, he's at 2, which is pretty scary. You can do that. So let's return this top and this on top. And sure, we'll pump and attack. Not going to play the Elves of Deep Shadow since I didn't see Crux coming. So now I expect he has to Crux of Fate. Five, six, 7. Yep. So 5, 6, 7. We won't be able to play a queen, but maybe we can dig for something else. In fact, just her alone is pretty scary. Why don't we just keep? Okay. And we're pretty much done. Alright, so he's got to have another sweeper here, because otherwise we can just pump with Nissa. So he needs like a Languish or something like that. You could also have the Black Titan. That would stop us. Damnation. Okay. That is fine. Do we go down to 4 just to draw this stuff? 6, 7. Let's keep 1 and put the other back. Token. Okay, done. Right, we're kind of out of gas. He needs another damnation. Languish or something like that. Alright. Go Hornet Queen. Alright, black-blue control. We saw 2 damnations, or 2 sweepers, and we know he's got show and tell in there. So, Atarka, not amazing here. I think resilient creatures are good. Trostodon's going to be great. You know, yeah, we can't stop sweepers, but these will be good against individual things. Didn't see anything to Elder. Maybe against a deck like this, a Harmonize is maybe better than somebody like Thrun. Prime Time's very good. Nis is very good. Whisperwood. Obviously, these are all good. Sylvan was great. Target creatures or planeswalkers. We didn't even see any planeswalkers. Okay, so I'm okay with taking out Harmonize. It's a little more grindy. Alright, sure. Primetime Terastodon, I'll keep. Lead with our Mystic. And hopefully we have something better than turn 5 prime time. The danger, what happens is I F6 through what I think is his turn, and it's already like auto passed his stuff, and then it passes my turn, so I'm really scared of F6ing. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to F6 when it prompts me on his turn. That way there's just like no way that, because it's just so terrible to F6 your own turn like this. Okay, beginning of combat, F6. Okay, another land. This is pretty weak sauce. Not what I was hoping this deck would do. You know, actually, a reason to play a Tark is it's a dragon, and so it's a little resilient to Crux of Fate. I thought about that too. casting anything at 5. This is pretty sad. Alright, 4, 5, 6. He can kill it, but at least he can't counter. Not surprised. So now I get to prime time. Which then lets me Terastodon. Not attacking with a Mystic. And note that even if he Wraths, we can still play Terastodon. Maybe we can draw an Ugin. Yeah, Primetime also thins our deck, which is nice. Do we take it? Oh, let's just block. Oh, I can't block because it has fear. Okay. Alright. So Hermit's actually mana neutral. So why don't we attack first? Let's see, 5. So do I want to play... I guess what I want to do is Hermit into Terastodon. And then attack. Well, but I want to attack first, right? And he could have like a miscalc or something. 5. So tap 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's keep that. We'll keep this guy around just for an extra mana. I think we just Terastodon now, actually, right? 2, 8. Yeah, because if that lands, then I'm just really good. Okay, so let's blow up. Let's just blow up 3 of his lands. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, I'm going for it. potential jumper here. Let's play Deranged Hermit. Okay. Attack, attack. Do we attack with both of these? They don't do a whole lot anymore now, right? So now they're just damage. Okay. That seems totally fine. And don't need to cast. I guess we can cast Cultivate just to thin our deck. So we just have like all threats. Okay. All right. Terastodon does it. And next was Ugin, which would have, I think, pretty handily done things in. Okay, all right. So I'm feeling, it's funny, I'm feeling a little stressed out. I feel like I have something to prove with this deck, and like if I'm playing these like a couple of drops ago, I had this like what I thought was a fairly unimpressive blue-white deck that ended up going 2-1, and I was like, oh, it's a terrible deck, and I'm just happy that it's doing well. But this one, I kind of like, I feel like it should do well because I like the deck, so I feel stressed out. Anyway, all right, here we are for our match numero 2. Just gonna see if I want to make any changes. I think I'm pretty happy with things as they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Harmonize, harmonize. Thrun really is pretty average. I kind of want to play harmonize over Thrun, I have to say. I'm gonna do it. It's just a little more value. We still have a lot of other creatures. Well, that is a no-lander. Unfortunate. Okay, and that's fine. We got to harmonize to refill our hand. And Selvala to hopefully play a turn 4 Whisperoid, if not better. So here this could have been a Thrun. And, you know, it would have drawn us a card with Selvala. So we shall keep. Ooh, that'll be definitely keepable. Never like playing against blue. My least favorite color to play against. I have to say here, I think a Thrun would have been better. Okay, we're going to lose that. Alright. Yep. Yeah, I think in this particular match, Thrun would have been better. Okay, so do we just try to play Whisperwood here? Sure, let's do it. Don't counter me, bro. And he counters me, bro. Sure, okay. Alright, well that'll be that's something. At least we'll draw a card. So first I want the wolf here, then I want the Sylvala. Right. So yes. And then do we bond it to our dragon, our Sylvala? Seems a bit wasteful. Seems a bit wasteful. And if we don't bond it, and we're greedy, then we can... so if we don't soul bond, then that means that next turn we can draw a card off of Dragon Lord Dramoka. It's pretty hard for him to deal with that. Yeah, let's not do it. I'm not going to bond. Going for the greed play here. I don't think he can remove a wolf here, Silverheart. Okay, well he can. Or he can just take it. Oh boy, and I think we're pretty wrecked here. Just always yield to that. Yeah, I think this is a kind of just a loss. I don't think a whole lot would have changed if we had played in a different order. Should have done the soul bond first, he could have drawn a card. Well, no, it wouldn't have worked with the wolf here. Okay, got nothing. Alright, we lose to opposition. Well, you know, opposition is probably the single most powerful effect. So treachery and opposition. We definitely want to play with our Wickerboro Elder. Probably Thrun too, I think. Let's take out Harmonize, and I don't even know if we're going to make it to Ugin here. Any other things we could try to bring in black, I suppose, for Abrupt Decay. Yeah, I mean, Treachery is just bad. I guess I could try to bring down the curve a little bit by playing something like Finks and just hitting him down. Nah, let's go for this. I mean, I don't know if we're beating Treachery in opposition, honestly. Alright, no acceleration, but we'll keep this. Expect he's going to have a counter for some early play. We might as well play our Cultivate. Alright, can't be countered, so great. Play that. Rel Zarek, okay. Should we Oracle here? I could, maybe the answer is to just Surak though, for haste. Can hit him down to 9. Now let's Surak, haste, hit Rel Zarek, yeah, like that. Let's give himself haste. This can attack Rel, and this can attack Rickrolled. Mana up. That's nice, make him waste a card. And now if he's got Treachery, we've at least got Wickerborough Elder. Thassa, okay, that's nice. Doesn't actually affect the board. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're one away from a Terastodon. 5, 6. So I can play just Forest and Wickerbow. And attack him down to like a really small amount, or I can play Oracle to dump all my lands, and then hit him down to 11. Let's play Wickerbow. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're close enough to all of our mana anyway. This, by the way, is the interaction on I was talking about with Surak. So in the mid-range creatures is this kind of quick attacking. Okay, well that worked. Any changes we want to make? I guess Fauna Shaman finds a Surak. That seems worth run. It seems on the meh side. I mean, treachery is just scary, right? I can't like not play creatures because of treachery. I can see going for Finks because they sort of eat removal. Finks over what? Avenger, Hermit. I guess I could see Finks over Avenger. It's like easier to get counted. It's the least impressive of all these cards. Okay, I can see that. Alright, that is meh for sure, but we have our Surak, so I'll keep it. And you know, Gaia's Cradle. Alright, it's pretty weak draw, but we have things we can draw. Oh, great. Just great. That's not exactly what we want to be doing. Sure. Play the stupid elf. I don't really want my Wistwood to get countered. Elzeric, okay. Probably kill my elves here. Yep. So I can play a Surak, or I can play an Oracle. Let's play the Oracle and just play the lands. And I'm not feeling good about this board state. Copy my Oracle. Yeah. Well, that's sucks. That's a great creature, the Phantasmal Image. It's very strong. He's probably got one or two counter spells I'm gonna have to fight through. So, the card I most want to stick is Whisperwood. Okay, or I can just kill it. So let's see if we can stick a Surak. And I'm done either way. Okay, so he is going to counter that. Okay. What do you do? They draw a card and return a permanent to my hand. Return mana confluence. Okay. Great. So he's got Disallow and Time Warp. I don't know if we're beating this. So I guess next is just Primeval Titan and let him counter that. And then he'll have a Time Warp. So I think we are going to get Rickrolled here. Frost Titan. Okay, that's pretty bad actually. Now we don't even have the ability to cast. 3, 5. So Time Warp's going to be pretty painful here. Our only choice though is to play Whisperwood, and I think we just die, but there's definitely if he counters this, we're pretty much done for. Okay. But he can attack twice, and I think we're actually just dead. He taps down our Whisperwood, and then attacks with everyone, and Time Warps us, and we're dead, I think. Yeah, because he can just tap, and attack twice, we're dead. Yep. Well played, opponent. Just attacks and we're dead. Yeah, maybe we just had to mulligan and have something a little bit faster. Yeah, we just kind of got outclassed there. Okay. Well, that's how it goes. And that is kind of what can happen, I think, with this mid-range green deck is, you do just get outclassed, and it is vulnerable to counter spells, more than other strategies. But okay, let's see how we do in match 3. Okay, we'll play first. Alright, this is a good draw. We've got Mystic into Serac, so hopefully we can do some stuff with this in the late game Mugen. We'll keep. This was Sphinx, it'd be a lot stronger for this. So we will cultivate to turn 2. Unless we draw something else, or unless this Mystic gets killed. White blue, you say? Okay, aggro. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cultivate and get the Greaves down on something. I think I'm actually not just going to play Serac because I want to have the Greaves down for protection first. Okay. And we're done, right? Yeah, that's exactly why. So now hopefully we just draw our mid-range creatures here. Okay, not exactly what I wanted to see, but you know. And we're not attacking because we take way more on the swing back. Hopefully we just draw some stuff. On the side we're going to side in our Baloth, all our lifelinkers. If he attacks with Rabble Mister, we're killing that. Shoot. 6. Well, it's not looking good. Not exactly what we're looking for. I think in order to survive, we have to
have a threat? Like next two turns? Oh boy, we're just dead now. Yep. We were not surviving this no matter how we played this. Okay. So, Ugin way too slow for one. We want to just not die. So, let's bring in Finks. Bring in Fauna Shaman. Bring in Thrun and Baloth. Let's take out this big expensive stuff like Terastodon, Avenger at least. I think Cultivate is too slow. I think so. Harmonize too slow. I'll take the natural order. I like this other stuff. I just want more creatures. Yeah, I'll take a Wickerboro just as a creature to play. Okay, that seems better. Just as many creatures as we can, right? Could also go for an Atarka. That trying a little bit too crazy. We're not going to have Cultivate. Bird's probably going to die. Alright. Let's submit this. Alright, we got creatures we'll keep. And we can use our Fauna Shaman to search for like a Thrun or something. Well, I think we're... Finks are going to be definitely played. Okay. So let's attack and play Finks. I think Finks over Savala. Yeah. We can start. Yeah, we might want to get like a Dramoka. Or even so let's see. Let's see. I can turn my Selvala into some other creature. Would I rather have at 6 mana? Maybe I'd rather have. I think Whisperwood is probably what I want the most. It's pretty good, huh? Yeah. I want a Whisperwood. Let's attack with this. Yeah, Whisperwood is a giant problem. Okay. Okay. Do I block? I think I don't block. Okay. Let's discard that. And there's also Wolf Fear, but I think we just want Whisperwood. Just be able to cast it, you know. Do we attack? We do attack. Okay. So here comes a Wispy. And remember not to F6 anymore. Just F4. Do we just take it? Yeah, we take it. I like the hit him back. So if he has a Wrath or something, we don't forget to Whisperwood. Okay. That's pretty nice. We can natural order our Finks. We could also Nissa and hit back. That's pretty exciting. Nissa and hit back. And he'll still have to deal with the manifest creature, right? Or isn't naturally ordering for something better though, like Hornet Queen? It's got to be better, right? With all the death touch. Total power 6 in the air. So let's attack first, regardless. How do we want to do this? I think Whisperwood. Yeah, the flying double strike is kind of scary. So Let's attack with this on him. He chumps. Maybe just everyone on a Johnny. Yeah, let's do everyone on a Johnny. Now let's natural order our face away. And we want the Queen of the Hornets. And now we have 4. Now we're pretty resilient to a Wrath with Whisperwood. And we've got to follow Nissa. Okay. On this Pyro, that's fine. Alright, I think we can just play Nissa here. How do you know which is the newly controlled forest? That's what I want to know. Let's see, if he kills my Whisperwood, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and a bunch of trample, let's just attack with everybody. Yep. That's it. Man, that was pretty weak. I didn't do the manifest thing either. I'm just... Okay, that was pretty bad. So 2 big mistakes. I didn't use the Whisperwood ability. I just shouldn't have attacked with him in the first place. Yeah, I'm definitely in danger of losing now. That was a big mistake. Am I just dead here? Yeah, I'm in real trouble, actually. That was really poor. Whew. to not just keep being this loose, you know? That was really bad. Yeah, that was really bad play. They fully deserve to lose this. Man. Yep. Even not attacking with a Whisperwood, that was... Yeah, at least two more manifests I could have had, which would certainly have made the difference. Really have no one to blame but I wasn't even under time pressure there. That was just really loose play. I need to be better at that. I have a really good chance of losing this. I hope I get to keep playing, but oh, I think that's going to kill me. Christ. Oh, man. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I'm dead. I'm at 4. Oh, man. Yeah, just loose play there. And I'm at 4. Exactsies. That's frustrating, but really sorry about that for my viewers. That was bad play, got punished, really textbook. I wish I could have done the deck a little bit better credit. Would have been fun to go. I think if I'd played correctly, I would have gone to a third game. Would have been interesting to see how it went, but lesson learned. All right, we'll see you next time.